Yeah.
So they finally found some time off the recruiting trail, huh?
Well, I'm always going to be here for our home football games because it's a big recruiting tool. So, it's not very many times you're going to get a situation where you get 61,000 people, here in Starkville watching a football game. So, it's a great recruiting tool for us, and I want to make sure I'm supporting Dan as well.
You ready to play some basketball?
I don't know. That remains to be seen. Our guys are doing a great job as far as working. It's kind of you got to find a fine balance between going out and recruiting and also being around your team. So I'm trying to make sure that we always schedule things as far as our team, when we're doing individual workouts, when we're doing team workouts, so that I don't miss those, but still going out and trying to make sure we get some good basketball players.
How are you guys been handling the injuries, and then obviously having to boot a couple of guys off the team? How are things? Do you feel like the guys are kind of getting your system a little bit? What do you expect out of them?
Well, it hasn't been an adjustment at all because we knew Jacoby was hurt, right from the beginning. That happened in the summertime, so we've been in the fall, so it hasn't been any adjustment at all with that. The biggest thing right now is those guys don't know me as far as the system I'm trying to implement, and I don't know them, okay?
Yeah.
All this work that we're doing right now is great, but how a kid reacts, when he's playing on the road in a tough situation, that's going to tell me what they're made out of. So some of the things that we're doing, they look great at, but we still have to find out what these kids are made of.
How's Fred doing?
He's doing good. He's limited right now because he's still in the cast. But what we're trying to do is everything that he can do. He's always at the individual workouts. He's always at the team workouts. He keeps a notebook, make sure he's engaged and know what's going on. But the biggest thing is whatever he can do upper body-wise and that other leg, Scott, our trainer, and then coach has done a great job of making sure they kind of keep him on task.
Expected to be ready for practice?
I'm sorry?
Expected to be ready for practice?
Yes, we expect to be ready for practice.
How much of the attrition and injury, how much do you think that will limit what you're able to do as far as the offense and defense goes?
Well, I don't think so. Obviously, you got to be smart in practice. I think that's the biggest difference. But as far as how we play, at the end of the day, you only play 8 to 9 guys in college basketball. So you got to make sure we're playing the right 8 or 9 guys. But beyond that, as far as we're going to probably temper down practice somewhat to make sure we don't wear our guys out. But other than that, there should be no change at all.
Giving any further thought to lineup possibilities?
Oh, no, nowhere near that opportunity right now. We got to see what these guys can do. So I haven't even begun to think about that.
With all this stuff going on with the injuries and the guys leaving, you still seeing the leadership you need from Jalen and Wendell to keep the guys, keep their chins up with all this?
Well, I tell you what, Jalen is the type of kid that just puts on his hard hat and goes to work every single day. He's got a tremendous approach to work, okay? And what he's done is go in and show kids how you need to work every single day. So I'm really pleased with what Jalen is doing. He's not being a vocal leader and not just being a guy that goes out and shows you what to do on the court. He's doing both right now. And Wendell was in a situation that he's probably not comfortable with, trying to be a leader, trying to be a guy who's thrust into the situation. So he's a little bit uncomfortable with this at this point in time, but he hasn't resisted, and that's the big key right now. He is open to trying to do some things the way we want them done.
Any luck in the walk-on tryouts? Do you have any walk-ons yet?
Yeah, the one thing about the walk-on tryouts is there may be a kid talented enough to play, but as far as NCAA eligibility issues and those guys being able to play right away and those guys being able to participate in practice, that's the big thing we're waiting on right now.